Last time we worked on this little car, I put these mad gold wheels on. I still haven't uploaded that video, so I've got no idea what you all think of them. I love them. But if some of you don't like them and some of you think this car should be kept original, then you're really not going to like what we're doing today. Because in spite of all the really important mechanical things this car could really do with, I'm a bit of a simp for the cosmetic things, it seems, at the moment. So I have a whole new interior to go in. If you're at all adventurous with your cars, you might know what my problem is. It's boring. I put these gold wheels on the car, the paintwork is really nicely shined up, but the interior is... it's just sleep-inducing, really. I really like Melvin's interior because the seats are all jazzy and 90s and all that kind of stuff, whereas these ones, they do have a little bit of colour in them in this blue and red pattern, but they're boring. And also I've got no head restraint, so the car looks more poverty spec and I'm more likely to break my neck in a crash. If I were to survive the crash at all, that is. I am driving a Metro at the end of the day. So, yeah. So, first things first, before I show you the new seats, just to keep you on tenterhooks a little bit longer, let's get rid of this interior. We've been through the Metro seat removal procedure a few times now, and we've already done it once with Melody herself when we cleaned the 35 years of human slime out of the upholstery. To be fair, despite the head restraint tubes being broken, the original seats are actually cleaner than the new ones. But you know, beggars can't be choosers when finding parts for a car whose manufacturer hasn't existed for nearly 20 years. Rover went bust when I was 4. The rear seats in this car are split 60-40 because posh, so there are double the number of bolts to deal with. Fortunately, they're very easy to get to, and because 5-door, less climbing in the boot for me. But also because 5-door, the front seats don't fold forwards, so getting the bolts here is a little trickier. You have to shunt the seat back and forth on its runners, which is made harder when you've removed half the bolts. Interestingly, or horrendously boringly if you're anything approaching normal, the seats are the only place on a Metro that I've encountered Torx bolts. Feels very European for a car whose engine is mostly Imperial. With the old seats wedged precariously in the wheelie bin, we can get rid of the carpet too. Someone's used the boot mat to spray something on. Amazing, isn't it? Before we can remove the carpet itself, it's secured to the sills by these plastic trim pieces secured with self-tappers. There are 4 side doors, so 4 trims. Also having to go is the gear knob and its gaiter, then the centre console. Next to the seat belts. 3-door Metros of this age have the belt tied to a slider, which is then bolted to the floor, but the 5-doors, for clearance, simply have a bolt. Same with the buckles in the centre. Then finally, the trim covering the crossmember. The Metro's carpet is in 2 sections divided at the crossmember. So here's the reveal of the floors I was told would be rotten. Ah, not yet. There's some sound deadening in the way. Front one's out too, and there appears to be a sheet of underlay missing. I shouldn't be surprised someone's been in here before, and yeah, rotten apparently. It's an old British car with faded and blistered paint, so the floors must be rotten. Well, here's the hard evidence. It's mint. Ooh. If you don't know anything about Metros, you'll find these seats very cool. And if you do know things about Metros, you'll find these seats exceptionally cool because these are from a 1985 to 88 MG Metro. And they're awesome. Still grey, still flint, which is the same colour as the dashboard and the door cards and all that kind of stuff, so no colour problems. And it's got red piping and it's got the Houndstooth seat pattern, so cool. So these are period correct for Melody, for an MG of Melody's age. They're not in perfect condition. They're a little bit filthy. I will gradually get them a bit cleaner, but I just want them in the car because they look so cool. So yeah, they're not perfect. The head restraints aren't perfect on them as well. There's a little bit of rust on the runners. I'm missing the end cap from this side, but these are all things I can fix about them. I just wanted a set of MG seats because they're cool. And of course, MGs were 3-door only, which means that this is probably going to be the only 5-door Metro in the world with reclining front seats, as in tilt-forward front seats, should I say. But I also have a red MG carpet to go with it, so we're going the whole hog. That carpet also is 3-door, so I'm hoping it fits. Apparently it should, but I don't know. We're going to have to explore, see what happens. So I'll go and get the carpet. We'll start putting it in the car. I mean, why bother having a red car if you're not going to have red carpets too? Honestly, they're the coolest thing any car can have, and the Civic Type R is continuing the great Austin Rover tradition of sporty cars having red everything. I mean, Melody's anything but sporting, but God loves a trier. You may have also noticed that the steering wheel has red stitching, so I'm not going mad at all, I'm merely continuing the existing theme. That's what I keep telling myself, at least. It's at this point that the camera battery died, so as you can tell, I'm a quality YouTuber who really cares about the content he puts out. Well, we're back at least, and this is quite a long time later. So these seats have actually been in the car for a little while, but it just brings it to life. I was so... When I got this car, the paintwork was so dull on it, and just things like the wheels being really past their sell-by date just brought the whole car down. But it always had potential to look great, and although there are things like rust scabs on the back of it, now with this interior in, every part of it is vibrant and alive and different to everything else on the road. So I absolutely love it. It's why I put the gold wheels on it. And now with this in it, the interior's gone from being grey and very bland to still being grey by and large, but with the red piping and the brilliant Houndstooth printed pattern, and the red carpet just brings it to life. The red carpet is the best thing about this. Seats are great, very, very supportive, quite firm seats as well, but the carpet does everything for this car, just brings it up so well. So with everything in, because, well, it's a Metro, everything just bolts in very easily. We've done this many times before on this channel, but it just looks so good. I've cleaned up these seats properly, got the wet vac out. That seat needed a bit of a repair because it didn't, the backrest didn't sit right. So that's been repaired, and oh, it just looks fantastic. And I'm sure most of you will agree. However, there is one little issue with this interior. And although I've now put wheels on it and it had decals on it already when I got the car, and that's what's pushed me down, so rather than going down an originality route, the decals on the doors has made me think, no, let's bring it to life. Let's make it something it really rather isn't, but let's just make it vibrant. And that's what this interior has done, but what it has added is an MG Metro dimension. Now, I'm not bothered about replicas and lookalikes and stuff like that, and if you say this now is essentially an MG replica, then great, I'm not bothered. I'm not fussed for it, but what it does say is MG in the driver's footwell. The heel pad has MG printed in it, so that's not going to do because this isn't an MG and it's got Austin badges on it. So I need some floor mats, and although they will cover up the red a little bit, floor mats are great, especially when you can get genuine Unipart ones for the Metro. So they're fantastic. I've got a set of 4 of these and they're going to improve it to no end. So with those in the car, that just cleans up the appearance so much yet again. Makes it look so much more factory, and again takes away that MG-ness in the footwell. Again, not that I'm overly bothered by it, but just as a package now, this is all kind of it. That headrest isn't quite right, but as I said, nothing is quite perfect, but it's just so much better. It's now, you know, I was fortunate enough to have been given this car, and I'm endlessly grateful for that. And now it's gone from being a free car that had issues, that had numerous issues that I had to fix and didn't look all that great, to now free car that looks absolutely spectacular. And a little bit funny as well, because it's just a Metro 1.3L, but it's just vibrant. That's the word I keep coming back to, vibrant. It's spectacular, and I absolutely love it. So that's all for today. Little bit of putting in this cool interior because, God, it makes a difference. Oh. I absolutely love it. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please do click like and subscribe to TwinCam as well. I'm forever indebted to my wonderful Patreon supporters, so if you'd like to support me that way, then please do follow the link in the description, and I'll have more videos coming along soon.